Hello friends, and welcome back to my Shabby Chic Home. Today I will be sharing with you how I decorated my mantle for spring. I don't know about you guys, but I am so ready for winter to be done. I'm ready to bring some fresh flowers inside, and even though I didn't have any fresh roses blooming, I just popped by the grocery store, picked up some fresh roses. They were actually not that expensive, like $15. I never ever do that for myself, but I just thought it would bring the feeling of spring inside of my home. And so I just want to invite you to come along with me as I redecorate this mantle for spring. If you guys are new, go ahead and click the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you like it and you feel inspired by my Shabby Chic home decor. So the first thing I want to do is just take everything off of my mantle. And actually, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I really don't have a real fireplace. This is just a creation by my husband. It's a shelf and two long posts, and then I painted the wall behind it white, just to give it kind of the appearance of a faux mantle. If you guys check out my Olivia's Romantic Home blog, I have a blog post on it from several years ago. So then I want to give it a good cleaning. I'm just using Windex to clean the mirror and clean the mantle off with. I've really been wanting to try the method cleaners. Comment and let me know if you guys use the method cleaners. They seem really nice, and apparently they have a really nice fragrance. Next thing I want to do is just prepare these fresh roses to put in this beautiful German vintage pitcher. My dad actually gave me this pitcher. He doesn't decorate in the shabby chic style at all, but he just happened to have this pitcher that he was getting rid of, and thought it would be the perfect fit for my home. So for these roses, the directions on the package said to cut the stems about 1 to 2 inches, and also add the rose flower food to it. It's just a little packet that came with the roses. I got these roses at our grocery store. They were like $13.99 with tax. I think they ended up being $15, but it was kind of a little bit of a splurge and a treat. I don't ever buy fresh flowers for myself, but it was just kind of a really nice thing to do for spring since I don't have any fresh flowers blooming. So I used the entire packet, and then I just used one of the roses to stir it up. And now I'm just gonna arrange the roses in this pretty picture. just going to start working on rearranging my mantle. It is such a narrow shelf that I have to be really careful what I put on the mantle because it can flop off easily, or it's just, I have to put something fairly thin on it. So these flowers are a rather large piece. I'm going to start out in the center of the mantle with them, but I'm not for sure that that's where they'll stay. I also received this beautiful vintage German teapot from my husband, and it is absolutely beautiful with the scalloped edges. It's one of my favorite pieces. I don't know about you guys, but I just love vintage dishes. I'm such a sucker for them. They're one of my favorite things to collect. So also I added this antique candelabra to the side that I had painted white and just added some loopy crystals from it. And I want to add the pink candles to it, but the ones that I have don't want to stay in, so they're constantly flopping off. And I just need to take some time and get some of those nicer pink candles that will stay in well. So I actually ended up rearranging this mantle twice. I decided I didn't like the roses in the center, so I moved some of the cakes and different things around. But the floral arrangement that I had on there for last month that you guys probably saw me do in my other mantle decorating video, I ended up pulling a lot of that apart and making an arrangement in this little vintage cherub bowl. It's actually a statue, and it also has like a fairly short base to it, so I had to be careful to do what I put in there. It's balanced a bit precariously on there, but it ended up turning out really, really nice. In the first try with doing this arrangement, I used this lovely heart pillow that I got from my sweet friend Rhoda at Rhoda's Ruffles, and I love her pillows, but it wasn't stable enough to hold a floral arrangement back behind. And also, I noticed you guys commented on some of my cakes. I get my cakes from Rhonda's Rose Cottage Designs. She has the most wonderful cakes, and I'll leave the link for the cakes and the ruffled pillows in my description box below. So just bear with me as I go through the process of creating this floral. I hope it inspires you and you guys love floral arranging as much as I do. think one of the biggest things about romantic decorating is using lots of flowers, roses, beautiful roses that either fresh or fake flowers. And then I love to use heart pillows and vintage cherubs. I have cherubs everywhere along with antique dishes. And I just think that that gives your home like a really romantic feel and just this feeling of coziness and like a blast from the past when you look at all these kind of vintagey things. But these cherubs are just so sweet. They actually have a spot in the back of them too where you could drop a vase down inside of and put fresh flowers in if you wanted. But I've had these guys forever. I picked them up at a tag sale for like $1 and came home, painted them white, and they have been with me ever since. I just love them. So now you guys are going to see me pull everything back off the mantle. It's just because I wanted to rearrange it and move the cherub that's over on the right side down and put the candlesticks in the center. I loved it the way I first did it, and then I loved it the way it came out. I don't know about you guys, but I am constantly rearranging things. It's probably one of my favorite things to do for home decor, is just moving things around and getting them just how I like them. It's just, I think it's like really my happy place. So pretty much everything you guys see I have picked up at a flea market, a garage sale, or the thrift store. It is probably my favorite place to shop is secondhand stores and find a treasure, paint it white, and the big mirror above my faux mantle my husband picked up for me at the thrift store. I think it was like $20 and it was gold and it just wasn't fitting in with my decor, so I painted it white and it was like a totally different mirror. The same thing with my TV cabinet. It was actually a newer piece and I still would like to add some of those really pretty details, the wood appliques to it, but a couple buckets of white paint, I think it was 20 bucks at a garage sale, and it gave it a new life. So let me tell you, the magic of white paint is amazing. This wreath, I actually have it listed in my Etsy shop right now. It's a larger size wreath and I added in tons and tons of roses and pearls and ribbons, and it's pretty gorgeous. I also love adding these beautiful Victorian trims, so pop on over to my Livy's Romantic Home Etsy shop if you guys get a chance.